Good morning. Today is Sunday, February 9th, 2025, and this is the weekly Bitcoin price forecast. So, looking at where Bitcoin went in the past week and where it could potentially go in the future. So, we are on the monthly chart. February has been down overall. I mean, it's just been kind of rangy BS. We saw a dip last week down to 92, where we talked about, and then kind of a recovery back up. So, you know, every day that advances, we get closer and closer to the bull market. We're in the bull market. We absolutely are. It just has not taken off yet. We see the same activity here in March, April, May of last year. So several months of chop sideways and then an up move. This was 8 months. This will not be 8 months. It just can't be. There's no way. And the thing about it is, you are in a period of parabolic action, right? So you can kind of draw these swoops, and then there was like a swoop here, there was a swoop here, and then finally it breaks the parabola, and then it's a swoop, breaks the parabola. Swoop. This is not at all broken the parabola. So that tells me we have a lot more ways to go on this one. So that's pretty much it for the monthly chart. Let's see what's on the weekly chart. Again, we've been ranging for several weeks, going back to November, actually. Mid-November has been in this same area. So we hit 100,000. Everybody's happy. We're popping champagne bottles, but then, you got to chill out after that. A lot of people think the party is over. I am here to tell you it is absolutely not. We're very high above the moving average, and the moving averages are continuing to pump up. And we see price can't even break this level. So the moving average is going to catch up before price is able to, accurately break this. And I see this imbalance here, but they haven't even been able to tap into that yet. All this time. And every time it assaults this, let's say it gets weaker, but it's like, I don't know. I think like really you're going to see like this turnaround here because like, if you've had this has been a weekly assault on 92,000, literally 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, 7 week, 8 week, 9 week. What that tells me is that there's a lot of pent up demand right here. There's a lot of pent up demand right there that's going to just, if nothing else, hold it. But eventually they're going to run out of sell pressure. Like most people are buying at this point. So it's like they'll run out of sell pressure. People are taking profit at 100K. Understandable. They think the party's over. They are selling into people who are buying and who know it's going to go up to $250,000 at least. I'm still holding on to $450,000 because I believe that's on the stock to flow model. And also, if you look at some of the ultimate tops that we have here and just the political landscape too, financial landscape, I think a lot of things are changing. We'll see a lot more movement on the blockchain, but I think 400,000 is possible before the end of this year. And that is 2025. So week, day. Let's see what we got here. I think it's going to be a shorter one. There's not really too much to talk about, y'all. Like, when it's doing all this type of stuff, like, it just kind of is what it is. It's like, hey, guys, it's going sideways. Again, you see these multiple attempts to get below 92,000. Hasn't done it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's turn the drawings on. I forgot to turn the drawings on. Weekly chart. Yeah. So, again, we were in this channel. We've gotten to the other side of this channel. We tapped the bottom. To me, and we tapped this, $92,000 area too. Hit the bottom of the channel. I just think we're going to go up. I talked about it last week. This is a perfect area to where you see now it's having a hard time even getting here. You see it just kind of went nowhere for several days, and then now it's still at the bottom of this channel. So I think Monday coming out the gate and really going into the end of February, we're at the 10th now, 9th to 10th. You'll have to get over this area. Let's just pull it out here. You get past the ceiling, and whenever that happens, you start getting to 110, then 125 is going to be a real easy shoot there. So yeah, once you get here, then it goes to 150. There's nothing left to hold it down at that point. Nothing left to hold price down. Again, because once it breaks out of that area, we've broken out of all this congestion right here. You would have broken above this, and then it's just, hey, to the moon. This is rarefied area. There's no precedent for what happens when it gets above that. And again, there's no precedent for what happens even simply getting above this white line. So let's take a look there. That goes all this time. It's tried, another try. We see we're here now. That's going to break above. And matter of fact, it really already kind of has, but it's going to have a sustained break above. And once it does that, I think gravity kind of loses hold. So, this may just very well be like the gravity line. Who knows? Daily chart, you see it's getting squeezed, right? It's getting squeezed into these areas. Like it was squeezing right here because it was a top, and then it kind of broke out a little bit, and then it's squeezing again here to where eventually it will go that way. But it'll be much before March. I think once you start getting to this area, you start seeing explosive territory the same way that you kind of saw here. So it's like you do this ranging for a while, and then you end up going up. 4-hour chart, not much to see. Overall, in a downtrend down to this point. So let's put this on there. No, we're not going to do that. Not going to do that. Essentially, all you need to see is that this is in a downtrend. And then now, once you've downtrended for 119, so about a month and a half, about a month at this point, it's probably about time for us to seeing some continual sustained upward movement. So again, it really assaulted the moving averages here. You're waiting for all these to click back up and this to hop above the moving average. So we got time. I mean, maybe it'll be a couple more weeks, who knows? But a lot of pent up pressure there. So it's just getting tighter and tighter. That spring is winding. Okay, news for the week. Economic news. Fed Chair Powell testifies on Tuesday at 10 a.m. And that is Eastern time. And then CPI, which is your inflation number, that comes out on Wednesday morning at 8:30 Eastern. They are projecting an increase. Oh, year over year. That's what we want to look. They're saying inflation should pretty much stay the same. Month over month, it should decrease a little bit. And core CPI, which is your core inflation, that basket that they have, should increase by like 0.1%. So not much. I mean, this isn't really. This is expected that, the inflation numbers have come down, and so they're just kind of stagnating for a while. That's what happens. So yeah, not much on that. This is the last couple things I'll talk about. Again, I think this one will be shorter. There's not too much to talk about until we start breaking out of this area, but this is the Fear and Greed Index. So this goes back to 2019. Of course, there's more data, but this is when they started tracking it. You see in these big dips, you have your red periods, and then as price gets up here, you start having these super green periods. We haven't had the super green period yet. So again, dips is red, and then, green period as you moved up, and then it's, more fear comes into the market. So this is extreme fear, extreme greed, and then kind of neutral territory. So you see over time, if you look at this uptrend, it's just been kind of getting more and more green over time. It's been getting more and more green as we've seen. And then just kind of going up as it was really red down here. And then you had some periods of red down here. Again, this was 8 months. So I understand why this was red. So that's a long time to shake people out. But then there's this renewed optimism that comes in 2024 and 2025. And now it's ranging a little bit. So, the market moves in stops, right? So it runs and then it stops. And then it danks and then it runs up. And then it kind of pauses. So it's not all just one continuous movement. But anyway. Right now, we are at a fear and greed index of 46. We're at 46. So that means we're technically in the fear territory. Kind of neutral, but really technically you're in that fear range, that fear territory. So people are kind of giving up at this point. I don't think that's the right decision. But, it's understandable, right? We've been ranging for a couple months. Everyone, $100,000 is a strong psychological level. People believe that, hey, this is it. It surely could not go any higher than 100,000. Houses cost 200,000, or expensive cars cost 100,000. Houses cost $300,000-$400,000. I believe it could get up there. I really do. I believe that Bitcoin could get up there to be as expensive as a house. A mid-range house for sure. So we'll see. Time will tell. It's only February, early February. I'm not even to the 15th yet, but we'll see. And I'll leave all this to say. Famous quote, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. That comes from Warren Buffett. And this was written in 2009. So that kind of timeless wisdom still stays the same. So when everyone is giving up on something and that, hey, there's something here, that's when you buy. You've done your research and you've actually, convinced yourself that this is an opportunity, then that is when you buy. Yeah, definitely one of those things to where you'll benefit greatly by buying when other people are not super interested in your thing. In the same way that we've been talking for all this time about Bitcoin over the last 95 weeks at this point, you got to get in at a period early where people don't care that much, and that's how you profit. You have to front run the crowd. Yeah, and that's in all things. That's in any market. Like once everyone cares about something, then generally the party is over or it's dissipating. It's the lights are about to come on. Once everybody cares, because again, at that point, everyone knows about it. The lights, everyone is enlightened. They know. They know that this is an opportunity, and now the opportunity's gone. So then at that point, everyone's selling. So or holding, which means that it becomes more expensive and it becomes more hard for you to get essentially. So you definitely want to be early on these things. And we're on a big technological wave, a big technological shift, social, financial, political, all these things. Like it's all happening at once. Um, so take advantage. Take advantage. Like money is made in the shifts. Like when things are stagnant and things aren't moving, there's not too much money to be made. But when things are shifting as they are now, there's a lot more money to be made. So I'll go ahead and wrap it there. Again, this has been Chris Talks Crypto. Check out any crypto-based resources on christalkscrypto.com and check out the post on Chris Crypto Discord and our Escape Velocity course. We got a lot going on there. Definitely going to be making some waves in the near future here. So other than that, I'll see y'all on the moon. Take care. Bye-bye.